Hey, Andy here. It's going to be a little quick video. Want to give kind of a life update and kind of show what I'm doing with my home lab now that I'm no longer selling Kubernetes. So I started about a week ago with Pure Storage. Those that are interested in storage needs, both for AI, bare metal, as well as Portworx, Kubernetes, things like that. Pure's got a solution for you. But the other thing I kind of wanted to talk about was now that I don't need such heavy compute for my home lab, what am I doing with it, right? So right now I currently have a Minisforum's UM890 Pro, and this was just a recent acquisition. I got rid of some of the bigger stuff, went down to a smaller box, and the reason being is it's what, like 8 cores. It's a tiny little box, but I'm doing something kind of interesting because my Synology was old. So I still have a need for NAS, obviously local storage. Now that I'm at a storage company, it makes perfect sense. What I did, let's go under advanced. Actually, let's go into the hosts. Just kind of show this. We'll go into the UM890 Pro. We can look at how many virtual machines, the storage. Right now, it's got a 1 terabyte drive. That's not really a whole lot for a NAS type thing. So what I've done is I've created a virtual machine, and you can see here I called it TrueNAS because I'm actually running TrueNAS. And what I've done is the nice thing about the UM890 Pro is it has two M.2 slots. So if we go under here, where am I? I'm being blind right now with the PCI config. But what I basically have done is passed through. Here, let's go ahead and do this. Let's go config. PCI devices. Here we go. So I'm passing in an NVMe drive directly into TrueNAS. Okay, and it's a 2 terabyte NVMe drive. So what this allows me to do is if I go to storage and I can look at my disks, obviously I've got my 30 gig boot. That's the VM. I don't know why there's this 1 meg here, but then I have my 2 terabyte in a single stripe. Not ideal in terms of redundancy and data protection, but what it allows me to do is then if I go under apps, it allows me to serve out the 3 things I need in my home network, which is AdGuard for DNS ad blocking, Plex because I got kids and a ton of movies. In fact, here I can go ahead and log into it. And yeah, finish setup. That's cool. And you can see in a minute I've got a bunch of movies. I won't show it, not a big deal. But then I've also got Tailscale. So if I ever need to get back to my home network or I want to back up remotely, which is pretty cool. The other thing I did turn on was Backblaze S3 back up to an S3 bucket from the local out to the cloud. So all in all, relatively simple, small box. I think I spent like $600-700 on the Minisforum's box. Harvester runs great, does the PCI pass through, and away we go. And you can see if we go to the dashboard, I've got plenty of overhead for a couple of VMs if I ever want to play, and it really doesn't affect. Oh, and the other cool thing is I'm running a 2.5 gig network with Ubiquiti Cloud Ultra Max Gateway. So that gives me the opportunity to run 2.5 on my home network, significantly faster than Synology, and I'm not locked into hardware, which is great. I hope you find this a little bit useful. I hope you check out Pure Storage. And as always, let me know if you've got any questions, comments, concerns about anything I'm doing, that's coming up. And look out, I'm probably going to do a Portworx video soon. And there's a few others that I'm thinking about doing. By the way, Harvester 1.4 is supposed to be coming out. The new release of NewVector is supposed to be coming out that fixes some security issues. There's a bunch of things that are supposed to be coming out. So please like, share, subscribe, and smile.